So welcome back, friends. It's Megan from A Seasonal Abode. So this week I thought it would be fun to take you along on a May garden tour of my gardens, something a little bit different. It's going to be kind of like a walk and talk of the gardens. So this week I'm going to be starting here in this back garden. Now this garden is on the north side of our house, so it is a north-facing garden. So it is mostly all shade. This garden I think I usually refer to as the deck garden. There is a lot of different hues of greens and chartreuse and a little bit of deep color from the 9-bark in the back. I think I have a tiny 9-bark back there. This garden is a lot of fun to look at in the spring, all the bright green colors. We have the Zager's hosta in the back with the white variegation. And if you know this green in the foreground, if you know the name of that hosta, please comment below and let me know. I do not know what it is. It was here prior to me gardening here. I also have a little autumn frost hosta there at the front that has the yellow on its leaves. Lots of fun to play off the different colors of hostas. Then on the side and to the back, I have a very large snowball viburnum tree, and it is absolutely stunning in the springtime. We have in the back some Solomon seal, which has adds a unique element to the garden in the springtime. As you can see, it has these little dangly seed pods, which actually kind of remind me a little bit of a chrysalis from a monarch butterfly. We've hatched them many years. So then we have some hellebores, and one more beautiful look at the snowball viburnum. It's got some beautiful spring interest as well as fall interest. The leaves turn very deep red. So that is the deck garden. Now we're going to take a quick look at the ducks. They love it when it rains. They just run around and broom themselves and run from puddle to puddle. It's a lot of fun to watch. If we turn around from the deck garden, we're going to be facing what I call the sunrise garden. As you can see, the sun rises in the forest or behind the forest there, and it's such a beautiful view in the morning. So just trying to give you a bit of an overview of what the sunrise garden looks like right now. This garden has a lot of plants in it, and I'm always moving them and changing them, trying to go with repetition, the different colors with the dark red color repeated, and then the chartreuse hues repeated, as well as blues and greens. And then there's also the perennial flower interests. This is a Sunsprite Magnolia. I got this for a birthday present from my husband and kids a few years ago, and it's a late blooming magnolia. We have a lot of alliums. Once again, I do not know the variety, so if you do, please let me know. I'd love to know what it is. It's life here, and it's been multiplying a lot. I have it in this garden as well as in my front garden. We also have a large Norway maple on the one side of the garden, which gives a lot of shade to the garden. And underneath it, I've been slowly trying to incorporate the different colors of plants in the shaded area. So we have hostas, and this summer I'm going with some coleus, which is an annual, to add in that deep red color into the shaded area. Some other plants that you might be noticing here, I have an everlow sage, which is that spiky chartreuse grass in the shaded area planted here. We have some sedum, some Solomon seal. I'm just kind of going over the plants that I'm noticing in this May garden tour. I recently planted in the foreground a Glow Girl spirea. Seeing the Crimson Queen Japanese maple there in the center. That's that reddish Japanese maple there. But that is the deck garden for now. We are going to move over into the front garden area. So it's a beautiful rainy day here. I love listening to the rain pitter patter on the leaves of the garden plants. It's so beautiful. So this is the foliage of, I have 3 tamarack trees or larch trees on the one side of my garden, and it is a wonderful place. The birds love to congregate there. We have a wren nesting currently underneath those trees, and I love being able to draw wildlife into the garden. Here's kind of an overview of the front garden. There's a lot of allium right now. If you know the name of that variety, please let me know. The snow in summer is just about to go into full bloom. I know many people think this is an invasive plant, and I do pull it out quite severely every year, but I think you can keep it in check, and it does provide a beautiful silvery carpet and white flowers in the springtime. So definitely the allium are the key feature in the spring garden here. We have a candy corn spirea here in the front, as well as you can see the boxwood hedge in the background. The pollinators are loving the plants right now. This is a creeping purple moss phlox that is flowering right now. It complements the allium very beautifully right now. So yeah, giving you a little bit more of an overview of the front garden. This is a south-facing garden, and for sure the allium is taking over the show right now. I have a love-hate relationship with it. I love the purple uniqueness it adds to the garden, but it can be messy and the bulbs do continue to multiply, so there is a lot of maintenance, cleaning up and pulling the bulbs out with it, as well as the dieback of the leaves. But it's still something that I just love to see every spring, and I'm going to keep it in the garden. Giving you one more look at the garden as a whole. Lots of snakes, lots of butterflies, honeybees, bumblebees, pollinators, birds, lots of wildlife in this garden. That's what I'm going for. So turning now towards the kitchen garden, this is the new garden that we put in together. As you can see, I did add in some annuals. I did potato vine, pink wave petunia, potato vine, and continued that on to add some bright color into the border of this new garden here. So my next major project is to tackle the kitchen garden and the weeds in there and to build some more beds. So if this interests you, friends, I hope you consider subscribing as we get to work in this new kitchen garden area. And I will see you in the next video.